From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one. Now the first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Breeze. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Breeze going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Brown in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Jason
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter #1. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Jason McCourty.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Complete to
his first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
That's the score, Seahawks 14, Bills 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Buffalo Bills.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Emmanuel.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's another big.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
13-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Breeze now. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the...
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 3 at the Bills' 34-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze, sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now a timeout taken.
Brings up 3rd.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 26, check 26.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Sanders has got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready? You ready? Check safety, check safety. Check 99, check 99.
The final shot before half for Breeze. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Seahawks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Bills 10. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, a guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for and that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Down, Seattle.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
He was brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
A gain of 27.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Singletary here running out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Singletary.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 29, Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Devin Singletary, 29 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
9 yards.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Tight right.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever.